right, it's time for episode 3 of the Slayers Guild. So you guys went to bed kind of pretty roughed up last time, but you were presented with some healing salves to get you through the night. We are going to start the next morning, and it's a new day. You're a little
Whoa.
sore. You're a little bruised, and you still hurt. Anyone who needs to heal, you are fully healed. And you also, anyone who is missing sanity, you regain 5 sanity points.
Wake up and stretch and crack my bones.
As you start to rouse, you notice that a figure is sleeping where there was no figure for the past 2 days in the bed. Sleeps Zeradius. On top of the sheets, bag on the ground at the foot of their bed, mud on their boots, mud on their hands and fingernails, and scratches on their face, and it looks like missing some hair on the side of their head, and their horn is chipped.
Tiefling.
Ouch.
Welcome back.
Looks like you had just as bad a day as we did. I had a crazy dream last night. Whew.
I forget your name, Tiefling.
Do you guys want to hear about my dream?
Absolutely.
I was
You're still
sprawled out, like, naked in a field, and it was on fire all around me, and it was, like, the hottest thing ever. And then so, like, I was all dirty and stuff, and then the fire they kept getting like higher into the sky, and then all of a sudden I felt like I heard like these scratching noises, and like these things started like coming out of the ground, and I realized it was like hands of like undead people that started like grabbing me, and it was kind of cool at first, and then some of them started grabbing me. They started going to no places, and then they got like really there was like too much of them, and then I woke up.
Sounds very scary.
It was. It gets kind of odd, maybe?
Ko is hard at practice already as Zeradius wakes with a start in your presence.
Is someone going to check on the blue one?
I've already asked its name. It has not spoken.
Come on, Katie. You can speak.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Oh well, I mean, if you aren't feeling good, you go ahead and you can type your responses and whatnot. You don't have to speak if you're all fucked up. I guess we'll work that into your obviously recovering from some sort of hardship anyway. You can hear the school beginning to come to life around you, out in the yard.
What classes do we have today?
I hate this place.
School sucks.
Why are you guys here?
Because I want to like kill monsters and be the greatest ever.
Because the guild bought me.
Is that true?
Yes.
So you're like a prostitute.
Do you want to word it that way?
It's alright. I mean, we all go through. You know, you gotta do certain things sometimes to like get yourself some leverage in society.
You know how badly I could beat you, right?
It's fucking real out there. I'm just saying, like I'm on your side.
I fail to see what's wrong with prostitutes anyways. I've had plenty of good evenings with prostitutes.
What's a prostitute?
It's someone you pay them and they do whatever you want up to and including sex acts and stuff, you know.
Oh.
I guess mostly that. Otherwise, you're like an escort. He's probably more like an escort, I guess. Maybe
Who's an escort?
maybe your Ko is an escort. He's the big badass guy over there, the buff. Kick your ass.
Ko face palms and rubs the bridge of his nose.
Ah, I see.
He's here to escort us. They paid for him to save our asses, basically.
So you're saying Ko is a prostitute that was hired by a John that tasked him with saving us.
A John?
Yeah, that's someone that... Never mind.
I don't know a John. There's no John involved in this story.
Marcus, for what it's worth, I understand you.
So you
Someone
think?
does.
So you think you're gonna say you're a prostitute? Because I was gonna switch it to escort. That you're like more like an escort.
I don't think the distinction's going... Never mind.
We kicked those zombies' asses. That's all I'm saying.
I am very thankful you poured that potion down my gullet.
I did do that. See, I saved your ass.
You did?
So,
I owe you one, Mert.
you know, just be nice to me.
Merrick, give me an investigation check, and we'll see if you can remember what class you have today.
Okay.
I'm pretty smart, so I know that our next class today is gonna be.
Both of you know that your next class today is going to be dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering. So that should be cool.
Learning how to crawl in caves. Hopefully nobody is claustrophobic.
I'm not excited.
Oh, your wings might be less useful underground, but
It's like,
you never know.
Unless it's a very big cavern.
it's kind of my thing is like tight spaces and stuff, you know.
And
Tiefling, are you coming with us this morning, or are you going to stay in bed?
Go easy. I think they got abducted and whooped, and it's not a good day for them.
They weren't impaled. It could have been worse.
Well, it's a nasty looking haircut, and then it's either like it was in some kind of mating ritual where they were locking horns with the other
Hey, be kind about
male
haircuts. I mean,
species.
Merrick can't control what his hair grows in like.
What are you talking about? I don't have hair. I have well-plumed and groomed feathers.
Tiefling, what was your name?
Serradius.
Zeradius.
I will
okay.
speak. I will speak for them, because I'm good about stuff.
Just an FYI, your class does not start until noon, and it's the only class you have today. You guys can do whatever you feel is necessary with that time, or we could jump straight there. It's all in your hands. Mert, don't forget that you burned up your library book. You'll probably need to, at some point, before next week, talk to someone about that, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Do I? What happens if I don't?
Oh, you will accrue fines.
That's fine.
Just say you want to check it out for longer.
Mert is
Keep
not. I
doing
mean,
that.
if someone actually comes up to her and warns her about it, she might think to do something, but
Sure.
she's not. She's not gonna go that far as to like walk up to the people at the library and be like, "I destroyed a book. What do I owe you?"
As riveting as this is, I'm going to have breakfast. I'll see you all later.
You should go find Babe and see if she wants to prostitute for you.
Yeah, ask her how much.
But I use that
Babe is
term right,
Babe is
correct?
pretty hot, I gotta say. Anyway,
I'm just now remembering who that is.
I'm down to get some breakfast too.
Yes, breakfast.
I put my little cigarette out on this here before I leave. Is that a wall?
Yes.
Putting cigarettes out on the wall.
All right, this little table here.
Let's just
All
say
right.
your school experience is very different than mine.
All right. Since you are all seeming to be on the same
You don't
page,
know how
I will
good
bring us
breakfast is gonna be. How much better
the
it's gonna be for me.
Marcus,
You
how'd
guys-
you throw your voice like that?
Mess hall.
You guys make your way through the hall, and you see some of House One coming out, and all other conscripts, and people are starting to wake up and filter in.
House too good coming through.
Go ahead and pull yourselves out on there,
Did I put myself where I should be?
the bottom middle.
Where's our table? Where do we usually sit at?
Bottom right is for year one or rank one students.
Oh, then we totally ate at the wrong table last week.
It's okay. That wasn't even a thing in my head until last night, so you'll be excused. Today out is an assortment of fruits and pastries. There is some a special assortment of seeds and smaller berries for consideration for Mert. And there is some frying of eggs and bacon and sausage.
Wait,
That's
what?
the least. That's the least in supplies. The meats, mostly
Okay.
fruits and pastries today.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the food is getting better or if I'm just getting hungrier, but
Tiefling, what is your fucking name?
Jesus, that was aggressive, especially since Mert answered that question for you in the room a few minutes ago, and you said, "Ah, yes, okay."
well, he's got to say it louder because he's all the way down the other side of the table.
Zeradius, you've
Mouthful
been
of
told
food.
multiple times.
Talk
Thank
it
you.
back. You everyone, give me a perception roll. 0. You're so fucking out of it. Ko, Mert, and Merrick, you notice that at the table north of you are those 3 older students who set your door on fire. They introduce themselves as the Krug clan.
Those fuckers, huh? Should we do a food fight in the cafeteria?
Food fighting would be useless.
Should we just straight up murder them with our powers?
I don't know about murder. Mert, calm down.
Hey, just kind of wondering, like, what's on everyone else's mind, because
Who knows? Maybe just, that's the way, excuse me. Maybe that's just the way they talk. Maybe that's how barbarians speak to each other.
can we, like, transmutate some of their food into, like, shit and then make them eat shit right as they're putting it in their mouth?
Seems a little drastic, and can we talk about something else at the dinner table, please?
We just gotta show. We just gotta make it. Let's get them. Let's get them back.
It's dinner? Guys, we missed class. We gotta go to class.
No, we gotta make these guys eat shit.
Marcus just said it was dinner time.
Dinner? We just had breakfast. I'm eating my breakfast right now.
This is a dinner. Never mind.
So confused.
We should. Who knows? Like transmutation spells that can make my dreams come true.
I can do I can purify food and water.
No. Well, purify my food. Shit.
I didn't remember that. I didn't memorize that cantrip today.
Well,
Actually, hold on. Let me see.
Can you, if I take a shit in my hand, never mind. Could you teleport it over to their plate? You can do that.
Poor Marcus. They just won't stop.
You know what I can do? Is I could make it smell like a skunk in front of them.
All right, enough of this.
I think that, as long as it doesn't come over to our table, if it's like, like a cube or something.
It's a 5-foot cube area.
Oh shit, it's on. Just checking out Ko. Is he like, what is he doing?
As you do that, there's more people sitting at the table, not just them, and they all kind of look and just kind of like stop and are just like eyebrows raised, like. And then this one, their leader, says, "You dropped your stick."
You tried to set my fucking door on fire. You want to talk about that?
They all look at each other and laugh and just kind of shake their head at you. And he's like, you first years need to learn to take a joke.
Would you like to settle this with our fists?
They laugh again, but now they're kind of all standing up.
I'm gonna make a fart noise and wink at Merrick.
I stand up.
Nobody else at the table with them kind of pays them any mind as they're starting to get a little rowdy.
I'm gonna use my druid craft on the girl that's coming up in front of her and make it smell like a skunk's in her square.
All right. Do you have to do anything special with that? Does it just happen because you say it happens?
The druid craft thing. Hold on a second. It is a cantrip. It is instantaneous, and it just happens.
All right. She's like, oh God, and starts sort of gagging, coughing, and waving in front of her face.
Oh my god, I just realized they're gonna think it's Ko now, who smells bad.
Ko, give me a perception check.
Which one are you casting that on?
The woman.
Yeah, okay.
Ko, you notice that the one in front of you, his rank stone says 5, and the other two, well, at least the girl you can see says 4.
Okay, I lied. There's a DC save of 13.
Oh, is there? Okay. Well, let's see.
Ko says, you're a low rank. Do you have any idea where I'm from or what I do?
So they didn't do it. So they are successfully coughing and farted.
Wait, what?
It smells bad to them.
Yeah.
Okay, they farted though?
No, I said they are farted, as in.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
They have been farted on, or they are now in the middle of farting zone.
How big is that area? What does it say?
Just a 5-foot.
They're in Fartsville.
Oh, she's in Fartsville.
Oh, this lady here? Nice.
What did Ko say? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
You're talking to a stoner. What did I say?
He said something about, do you know who I am, or do you know
Oh, yeah. Yeah, do you know who I am? Do you know where I'm from? Do you know what this insignia means?
Oh, yeah, you're one of those funny little monks that dances around.
Funny little monks. I'm gonna sucker punch this guy in the face.
Alright, try.
Oh, God.
Weren't they like a 13 rank or something?
Oh, no!
Out fucking standing.
Is that fucking rigged, dude? The way he said try is like, I got a natural one coming up for you, buddy.
Alright, so here's what happened. while you were talking to him, the other one had come up behind you and sort of scooted your stick behind you. You step back to throw the punch, step on your staff, and fall over backwards over him. And your little monk skirt kind of falls up over your head, and your legs are in the air, and your ass up, back down, and the entire breakfast room just uproars with laughter, especially the Krug clan.
Well, that didn't go as intended.
Code, you want back up here? Cause like I'm, I feel for you, dude.
Shut the fuck up, Mert.
I
Throw
wanna
a punch.
I want to fuck these guys up.
War Oval walks over your one of your House One compatriots and offers you his hand as these guys sort of go back to their meal and the laughter subsides. Everybody scoots down on the table though, away from the ghastly fart smell at the very end, and Warvel sort of pulls you up, and he asks, he's like, "You all right, bud?"
Yeah. Only my pride has been hurt.
Yeah, you didn't stand quickly, and I would have made you roll for that. But that
That's
one,
fine.
that put you on your ass. So he kind of claps you on your back, and he's like, "Don't worry about them. They've been giving it to everyone." And he comes to join you at the first year's table as more of House One starts to come out.
Who's this guy?
That's Warvel.
Warvel? You don't have a pic of him.
It's there sitting next to Merrick.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
And Lola, the dwarf, comes and sits down next to Mert.
Do I know her from previous?
Yeah, she's been in all the classes that you shared with House One.
Hey, Lola.
Babe makes her way in, sits down at the table. Along comes Froley right behind her. They're in a discussion about transmutation.
Lola, I have an extra pastry and a couple pieces of fruit if you want.
She laughs and graciously accepts your offer and just puts it on the large pile that's already on her plate. Smiles through a face full of pastry.
I still have 2 pastries left and like 3 pieces of fruit. And I'm gonna eat that.
Zeradius, what are you doing?
Eating and drinking all of the things.
I didn't understand a word of that.
Yeah, I wanted to.
I heard all of the things.
Something, all of the things.
They're eating all of the things.
It's like I'm eating food. God damn it, leave me alone.
The strong silent types. He's sitting there eating food. And you have another student comes out who has been there the whole time, but we haven't really met them yet. Who is this person? Who wants to create the final student? You have a bard, a priest, a warrior, and a rogue in House One so far.
We need a religious fanatic.
We already have a priest.
We already
Yeah.
got a priest.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, maybe like a scholar.
This is like one of those shadow druids.
We've got a druid.
No, not us. The House One. Is House One like our NPC group that's gonna be like hanging out with us a lot, or what?
I mean, they're just in your same year, Y'all are all the first years, or the rank.
We're basically not building a extra people party.
I mean, they will come into play.
Artificer. Because I know Case wants one.
Oh, an artificer. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, what about a person that specializes in like mundane stuff like it? They do artificing and alchemy and stuff like that.
So sort of like a non-magical but practical arts, so to speak.
Yeah, like a tinkerer, that kind of like an inventor for this era.
Like he
Arcane blacksmith.
makes bombs and shit, or little weapon contraptions and normal artificing abilities as well.
Yeah, like an engineer class type
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, I like it. What is their race and gender, if any?
Can we make them
Goblin.
a
Yeah, I was gonna say
robot?
a small person, a goblin or a gnome, whichever is more fitting for the universe.
Goblin is
See.
perfect. Male or female or something else?
Nobody
We
knows.
make, we make a lot of females, so let's make a male this time.
Male goblin.
A goblin.
All right. Let
If,
me find you.
is he sexy?
He,
Might want to go for
is.
that actually.
for a goblin, he sure is sexy.
All right.
Sexy for a goblin.
Future romance for Mert?
It's possible. I mean, stature's right. I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot of energy if he likes fire play in the bedroom.
There he is. What's his name? He kind of hops up to the table and sort of scurries with his little foot clutching at the side of the chair to get himself up on there.
His name is Gabora Mora, but
Nope.
everybody calls him Gabi the Goblin, and he hates it.
Nope. Sorry, he spoke first.
I was gonna name him Zedin.
I'm sorry, but I like how stupid Gabi is.
I was
All right.
Gabi the Goblin, and he hates it.
thinking something normal like John
What's his full name?
Gabora Mora.
or Chris.
Did you just
That
say
is pretty
Chris?
funny, though. Chris the Goblin, but everybody calls him Gabi the Goblin. He's like, my name is Chris.
I like that. I like that better.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
It's a fucking normal name. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, that's funny, Gabi. It's Chris. It's Chris. It's not even Christian or Christopher. It's just Chris.
He hops in his seat right next to you, Marcus, and looks at you with a big pointy-toothed grin before he starts tearing into some fermented meat that he brought himself to the table.
First the poop conversation, and well, that's enough for breakfast. I nod at the goblin and politely wipe my mouth and push away from the table.
I throw a piece of fruit at Marcus as he gets up.
Give me an attack roll.
Is it like a dexterity bonus or something on that?
Cadris,
Alright.
what would you do for like
That's a pretty bad roll anyway, so
I mean, throwing would be a dex.
go with that.
Yeah, what's your dex mod? Yeah, he didn't hit. You just threw fruit at the wall, my friend.
And then if you were proficient in thrown weapons, you get a +2. But
Does
because you're
he
not.
know that he just got a piece of fruit thrown at him?
No, because it was behind him as he was already turned away.
Okay.
Marcus, did you leave your plate and anything on it?
Yeah, there was still probably a little bit of food left, but I had plenty of time to eat most.
Chris slides the plate over to him.
That's fine.
Froley looks down the table at Gabi. I'm just gonna call him Gabi from now on. I'll call him Chris when necessary. And says, "A little hungry this morning, aren't we, Gabi?" And he kind of just glares and continues shoveling food in his face.
Sure knows how to gobble it up there, eh, Gabi?
My name is Chris.
That's funny, Gabi. See you later, everyone.
You really
Everybody laughed.
you really couldn't tell by looking at you, but
Oh, not that gimmick.
otherwise I'd say you're pretty sexy, so keep it up.
He kind of looks at you and like focuses his little goggles a couple of times. They're sort of mechanical and extend and just blinks
Nice.
with big magnified eyes in your direction, and then goes back to eating.
I give him a little shoulder rub and I say I love the headgear. Enjoy your breakfast. And I'm just gonna go off with the crew. Saunter my way over. I can help you.
I'm gonna say it's
Right.
about maybe 9 a.m. now.
So what's everyone doing until class starts in 3 hours?
I don't know. That's up to y'all. We
So
could go straight to
I'm
class.
asking the people at table.
I want to go back to the cantrips, professor, and learn more of that cantrip that I was learning. And I don't remember what it was, and I've been looking everywhere to figure out what it was. If anybody can help me, I don't remember. We pulled off a list of cantrips. Oh, it was the changing one weapon into another thing. That's what it was.
Yes.
I want to practice that. If that means I have to go back to that class to see that professor, then I'll do that. If it's something I can do by myself, I'll do it. But I think the professor said that those of us that weren't magic users had to go to them before we practice magic. So I'm going to try to do it the official way and go to the professor.
Do you remember where we found that at? Do you have that anywhere?
Yeah, it's just a list of cantrips. I think I posted it in the channel, but I can find it again. If not, I will look.